Not the Ninja Turtle, but the artist. So watch these slides. Hello, Miss Smith here today, and we are going to talk about a famous artist. His name is Michelangelo. Yes, he is a Ninja Turtle, but also he was a real person, and we're going to talk about the real person. And then after I'm done presenting, we are going to get to the art making portion of our weekly challenge. So Michelangelo was a sculptor, a painter, he was an architect, he was a skilled person of many trades. He was actually born in Italy way back in 1475, so a very, very long time ago. And he died in Italy in 1564, so he is no longer alive. His most famous works of art is probably the David and the Pietà, and we'll look at those in our next slide. But you can see here, this is where Italy is. Italy looks like a boot, some people say. So this would be like the leg, and then this is the foot part of the boot, and this is the heel of the boot. So we're over here in North America. Italy is way across the Atlantic Ocean over here. And Michelangelo, he is known for his Renaissance style. That was the time period he actually lived in. And he started making art at the age of 13. So that means you guys need to get on it. So here are the two famous pieces of artwork that Michelangelo is probably best well known for. The Pietà, which is this piece here. It was made for a church, is actually still in the church, and is the only piece of artwork that he actually signed. So a lot of artists back in the day weren't allowed to sign their own artwork. He actually did sign his name on this artwork, and it's actually really large. You can't see it in this, but he signed his name really large. And this is a statue. It's made out of marble, and it depicts Mother Mary holding Jesus after his crucifixion here. And then his other really well-known piece of artwork is this sculpture, also made out of marble, and it is called David. It was made in 1499, and it is 13 feet tall, so taller than an average human. Seeing like an average man is probably 6 feet tall. This is almost double the height, so it's 13 feet tall, really tall. Next, we're going to talk about our main subject matter, the Sistine Chapel ceiling. So the Sistine Chapel is actually a church, and so this artwork is on the ceiling of the church. Michelangelo started painting it in 1508, and it took 4 years to complete. Could you imagine painting a ceiling for 4 years? I mean, I can't imagine. He painted it upside down on scaffolding. So scaffolding is like a big ladder. It's a platform. So he laid on his back with his hand up in the air to paint this entire ceiling. And the ceiling is really tall. So it's not like he just stood on a chair. He really had to get up there. And this painting is huge. It's 141 feet long by 43 feet wide. So humongous. And it contains 9 different scenes from the Bible. So you can see each one is like a little section of the Bible. And there's over 300 people from the Bible located on this ceiling. So look at all this detail in there. The most famous part of the ceiling is called the creation of Adam. So if we go back to this slide, we are talking about this panel of the ceiling right here. It's called The Creation of Adam, and this is a painting showing God giving life to the first man, which is Adam here. And it is one of the most famous paintings along with the Mona Lisa. We all know the Mona Lisa, right? Well, this painting has been recreated thousands and thousands of times, and you can see the most important part of the painting is right here where these two hands are merely touching, and here is a close-up of these two hands. You've probably maybe seen this before. And because this is the most famous painting, along with the Mona Lisa, a lot of people like to recreate this painting, and a lot of times it's really funny. So I wanted to show you some of the funny ones I found. So here we have Batman and Superman, and see how their hands look just like the original painting of the creation of Adam. Here we have the two hands, but they're passing some McDonald's French fries. This is actually a scene from a Taco Bell commercial. You can see the Taco Bell bag right here and a Taco Bell drink, and they are passing nachos to each other, but again, the hands are the exact same way. Here we have a scene from The Lion King that they made up, so Simba and I believe his family here. Here, this is actually a commercial that was on TV about auto mechanics, and they are passing tools, but notice how they're in the same position and their hands are merely touching. Here we're sharing a bag of Lay's potato chips. Pretty neat there. Here we have, this one's adorable because I love cats. Two cats almost touching paws right here. Another one that looks very similar to the creation of Adam, we have, this is a fake scene from Jurassic Park. So we have the creator of Jurassic Park touching, I believe this is a velociraptor hand. So really close. And then the last one, we have this cute dog laying on its back, and it's barely touching the finger of its human companion here, but very much like the original creation of Adam. And I'll take you back to show you what that picture looked like. So this picture with the hands merely touching, and all these pictures that people have recreated, and these are just a few of what I found. There are thousands of them out there of this famous, well-known painting. And what we are going to do for our art challenge this week is we are going to try to do our version of the creation of Adam. And you can see here, this is Michelangelo way up in the ceiling, laying on his back, painting the ceiling. And can you imagine if he took over 4 years to complete this painting, how bad his arm probably hurt? And you're going to find out how that feels because we are going to do it ourselves. So today we're going to make our own version of Michelangelo's creation of Adam. So let me put that picture in right there. And you can see we have two figures floating in the air, their hands barely touching. So we're going to recreate this painting, but we are going to do it our way and make it kind of funny. So stay tuned. So supplies you're going to need today are a white piece of paper. You're going to need some plain tape. And then you're going to need something to draw with. So whether that is crayons, markers, colored pencils. I have a bunch of crayons, so I'm going to be using these today. So the one thing I didn't tell you needed is a table. So I'm going to use this table as my ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. And I'm going to tape my paper underneath the table. So I'm going to take my white piece of paper and tape it right up here with just a few pieces of tape. So I'm going to make my own funny version of the creation of Adam. So we've seen all these really funny pictures that are the recreation of the painting. And remembering the original painting, I'm going to make my own funny version. So whether that includes maybe your family members, some of your favorite cartoon characters, maybe even some of your favorite food, you get to do your own version of this painting. So now that I have my paper taped underneath my table and now it's acting as my ceiling of the chapel, I'm going to start to recreate my version of the creation of Adam. And I got my crayons down here on the floor and I'm ready to go. So now that I'm done drawing, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to show you what it looks like. By the way, this is Theo. So this is my version of Michelangelo's creation of Adam. It is 2 donuts sharing a nice cup of cold milk. Did anybody's arm get tired when you were drawing down there for a while? Can you imagine how Michelangelo felt when he was painting that ceiling for 4 years? So remember, I want to see pictures of your creation. And I hope you all are doing well. I miss you, and until next time. Also, Theo wanted to say hi, and I think also Peter made a guest appearance in this film. So they just wanted to say hi. Bye. Say hi. Can you say hi? He's like, no, I want to get down.